The nanny cam caught my sister stealing my daughter's medicine, and she didn't know I was watching from 3 states away. I was on a work trip in Denver when the notification buzzed on my phone. Motion detected, kitchen. I almost ignored it. Then I saw my sister Renee's face fill the frame, her hand reaching into the cabinet where I kept Mia's asthma inhalers and her seizure medication, the one we fought insurance for 6 months to get approved. She wasn't checking on Mia. She was counting pills into a plastic bag. My stomach dropped. Renee had been staying with us for 2 months, ever since her landlord evicted her. I'd given her the guest room, a house key, and my trust, because that's what you do for family. Mia adored her, called her Auntie Ren Ren, and drew her pictures of cats. I called my husband Doug, who was home. Don't say anything, I told him. Just watch her. Don't let her leave with anything. He thought I was overreacting until I sent him the video. Silence on the line. Then, I'll handle it. He didn't handle it the way I expected. He confronted her calmly, asked why she needed a 6-year-old seizure medication. Renee cried immediately, said it was for her own anxiety, that her prescription had lapsed, that she was ashamed to ask. She swore it would never happen again. Doug, soft-hearted as always, let her stay. He didn't tell me the full story until I got home 3 days later, and by then Renee had already rehearsed her version for everyone else. That's when the confusion started, because the pills in the bag didn't match. I recount the bottle myself. 14 tablets missing, not what an anxious adult would casually skim for personal use. That's a resale quantity. I searched her room while she was out, found 3 unmarked orange bottles under a shoebox, plus cash and a rubber band that didn't add up to any job she'd mentioned having. I confronted her that night. She denied everything, then blamed Doug for spying, then blamed me for always thinking the worst of her. Then when I said I'd go to the pharmacy and report the discrepancy, she broke. She wasn't taking it for herself. She was selling it to a guy she'd been seeing, someone with a record, someone who paid her rent money in exchange for whatever prescriptions she could get her hands on. She said she never meant for it to touch Mia's medication, that she panicked when her own stuff ran low and grabbed what was closest. She said she was going to replace it before anyone noticed. Anger doesn't cover what I felt. My daughter has had 2 hospital admissions from missed doses. If Mia had needed that inhaler on a night Renee had skimmed it, if there hadn't been enough left, I don't know what would have happened. Renee wasn't just stealing. She was gambling with my child's life to cover a debt to a man who scared her enough that she'd rather risk Mia than say no to him. Doug wanted to give her one more chance, a supervised one, drug counseling, a locked cabinet, some kind of house arrest version of forgiveness. My mother called crying, said Renee had always been the fragile one, said family doesn't call the police on family, said I'd regret it forever if I did this to my own sister. My father, who hasn't spoken to Renee in years over a different debt, told me to burn it all down and never look back. I didn't call the police. I want to be honest about that part, because people assume I did, and I understand why they'd assume it. I packed her things instead. I paid for a month at a sober living facility 2 towns over. First and last, no negotiation, and I told her that was the last thing I would ever do for her. I changed the locks that same afternoon. I moved Mia's medication into a lockbox bolted to the inside of our closet. Renee texts sometimes, long paragraphs about how she's clean now, how she thinks about Mia every day, how she wants to earn her way back. I read them. I don't answer them. My mother still asks, every few weeks, if I've softened. I haven't. Not because I don't love my sister. I do. Somewhere underneath the fear I still feel checking that lockbox every single night before bed. But love was never the thing standing between Renee and my daughter's medicine cabinet. I was. And I don't know yet if protecting Mia and forgiving Renee are 2 things I'll ever be able to do at the same time.